Welcome back to Kearsarge Valley Magazine. I am Adam Brisbane, standing here with the lovely Lori Lordson. Tried to say that. I think I got it right.
You did.
Lori, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for coming again.
No problem. So today what we're going to do is I have a room that I need to paint. I want to completely start from scratch. I just want to give it some new color. And you are going to tell me how to do that with some of these great supplies that you guys have here. So let's start off from the very first thing. What should I do?
Okay. First thing is you need your little list of items that you will need to do the job efficiently and correctly and get a good end product.
And this is a list that you can pick up here, and it's kind of a checklist.
Yep.
That will help you on your way.
You'll need your paint. You'll need a primer, brushes, rollers, drop cloths, spackle knife, sandpaper, masking tape, scraper, and if you have to get up high at all, you should have a good step ladder or ladder, a good safe one.
All right.
So it's funny that we're doing this because I tackled my mother's back hallway this winter.
Oh, okay.
And did it top, ceiling, right down. Didn't have to do the floor. And it was more fun because I knew what to get.
Yeah.
And it made it so easy. The hard part was picking out the paint color.
Picking the color,
so many neat colors
that can go on for hours.
Right. Now, this was an area that hadn't been painted in 60 years. So, yours room may not be quite as bad. But the first thing would be to clean the walls and the ceiling. Any surface that will be painted, you need to clean it. And that might mean just taking a Swifter with the dry cloth and going over the ceiling and the walls. Any stains or spilled things on the walls, you should take some cleaner and get off what you can. If you've got some stains that are leaking through from underneath or something that's badly stained from spilling something, you probably should use a primer, at least in those areas. Any cracks and holes should be filled. We've got putty here, spackle, little spackle applied with a proper
and there's
tool.
directions on the back here and tell you pretty much step by step on how to do that stuff.
And you bring up a very good point. You should always, no matter what you're using, whether it's for painting, cleaning, fertilizing, whatever, always read the directions on that product and follow them. Because if you use too much, you may be hurting the environment, you may hurt whatever it is you're doing. If you don't use it enough, you've just wasted it, and it's not going to be effective.
Well, I may have brought up the point, but I don't necessarily always follow the points. But now I will. Lori says, read your directions.
For safety.
Okay. Yes.
Please read. So
all right. So we've cleaned. Yes, we've cleaned the walls. We've got everything fresh. We've patched holes that may have been left from nails and frames and stuff like that. Now, do you always have to use a primer? I mean, I would assume if you have a green wall and you want to paint it white or something like that, that may be obviously a good option. But do you always have to prime the walls?
I didn't.
Okay.
But and I was really lucky because there were some bad stains, and the paint that I used covered in 2 coats. Well, in 1 coat really well. 2 coats was perfect.
And now they have paints that have primer in them as well, so you don't have to do the 2 steps. You can just do the 1. Okay, so now
you've got your spackle on.
Yes.
You need a little fine sandpaper to smooth it out, or you'll have rough spots in your walls. So you've done your spackling, you've done your sanding, you're ready to start painting. So drop cloth. You want to protect surrounding areas, any furniture that's
carpet.
there.
A lot of people have carpet. And
drop cloth. Rolls of plastic, inexpensive.
And does this actually say? Okay, so yeah, this actually says drop cloth. So you can use other things, but there's specifically a cloth made just for
I
that.
used an old plastic garbage bag, and it was a pain in the neck because it's double layer, and I should have used a drop cloth. But
You're telling a lot of your secrets here.
I did, but
I got to see this hallway.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Painter's tape.
Painter's tape. Some people like to tape off edges, you know, around windows, around moldings, so that they don't get the right white paint onto the green paint or vice versa.
Okay.
This tape is made to go on and to come off cleanly without pulling off the surface underneath.
Okay. And they all. This is also. You can see blue painter's tape. A lot of people have seen that as well. That works just the same.
There's blue, there's
This one does
green.
graph.
This says that you can leave it on for 8 days and then take it off and it'll be
And it won't have that
okay.
adhesive
I have to
stickiness.
admit, I left it on some glass for 4 months last year, and it came off beautifully.
Perfect.
Didn't stick. It was great.
You're revealing a
So-
lot today, Lori.
I did it. I
about your
did it
habits.
this year. Yeah.
Okay, well, actually, let's stop here because we've talked about the prep and we've actually the drop cloth with the tape and everything going on. We will come back and actually talk about the application of the paint, some of the techniques and the do's and the don'ts, especially me for some of the don'ts. So, Lori, thank you so much. We
Thank
will see
you
you
for
again
coming.
for the
Good.
painting segments as well.
Yep.
Back to you.